Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Trading Market Technicals morning call video for Friday, December 13th. Another down day in the markets. Dow Jones down 104 points, Nasdaq down 5, S&P down almost 7, and Russell actually eked out a gain up $1.78. So continued pressure to the downside. Today's going to be very interesting, I must say. We are seeing technical breakdowns in the marketplace, as you can see on the charts as we went over last few days. I'm going to show them to you again. We also have our technical indicators starting to break down as well, and we have some interesting developments. Do we think today may be a buy? Well, it's possible. I'm not going out to say to pick a bottom here. I will say what I'm looking for is we are up at about 7.25 handles right now in the pre-market session. We did have a rollover, so that does affect it. So just keep that in mind as well. It does look a little skewed when you look at the charts. But this morning I'm looking for. I like to see continued weakness this morning. If we can get down and see a little push lower, I think that will be bought into today, and we would probably finish close to either being a flat or possibly even up on the day. Now that's just hypothetical, okay? This is not anything to trade on. But what I am seeing is that we continue to break down, and we started breaking down in the post market yesterday after the market closed. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see some further weakness in the morning, and then we kind of mark some sort of a bottom, and then we buy that bottom going into the end of the day. A couple factors. One, we're starting to get a little bit oversold in the extreme short term. Okay, we're not talking about daily charts now, but we're getting a little oversold in the shorter term time frames. So we are due for some sort of a recovery. Second, it is Friday. We do have Fridays are generally a bullish day, and then we also have light volume now. And that could work both ways. The light volume, because of what's happening getting into closer to the Christmas holiday, a lot of the bigger players are closing their books and shutting down. That doesn't mean that they just shut down and go away, but they have the second and third tier traders that just kind of watch and just say, hey, watch the portfolio, don't do anything unless it's necessary, so to speak. So I do see a possible retracement rally, and or we could even get that little Santa Claus rally that we're looking for. But again, everybody looks for it, and it is a phenomenon. It does happen a lot, quite often actually, more than a lot. But we just want to make sure that we don't just step in front of a freight train here, since we are obviously in some sort of a short-term downtrend. Markets are still intact as far as the bigger picture is concerned. So we want to dial down and look what are we trading here. So let's just keep an eye on things, and I would go slow today. But again, I am looking for some further weakness to possibly call some sort of a short-term tradable bottom here, where we can possibly run up going into next week. Remember, Christmas I believe is midweek, so next week's the last full trading week, and I think we might get some bullish movement here. Again, not sure, and this is definitely not tradable. It's just my thought of what we're looking for, okay? Things could change rather quickly, and we could actually revert back down and continue to sell off going into the end of the year. I mean, we are up at extreme levels here, and market trading at 1775 is really has plenty of room to the downside. All right, so let's go right into the charts. Again, just a hypothetical conversation here. All right, bullish percent SPX. We got that sell-off trigger right early on in December. Markets did sell off, and now we are way away. We're getting way away, meaning that its market is picking up momentum here in a bullish percent SPX. So again, this is telling me that I have to use caution. If you're looking to trade and hold positions overnight, you're going to have some exposure here. So unless you're short and you want to stick to that side of the trend, I would be looking for buying some strong stocks into some heavy support if you are looking to do something like that. Stocks above the 50-day. Again, separating from the 8, which is that momentum moving average, we are on a sell signal. Again, perfect spot for it. I've said that many times, and now we continue to drift lower. So that is another confirmation that the market internals are deteriorating. Okay. Now here's something interesting. Finally, we got the breakout. This is that head and shoulders pattern of the New York Stock Exchange new 52-week lows. Now we have broken out. Now anytime you break out of some sort of consolidation, you usually back test. That's why I think, maybe we come in a little bit here and then really start to take off again. Okay, but up 63 yesterday. That's exactly what we're looking for now. Now we have momentum in stocks that are starting to roll over, making new lows. Okay, so this is something that you can't you can't just push off to the side here. The internals are breaking down. New York Stock Exchange, new highs, new lows. Finally, from September, we just broke down here. This is not good. Okay, now that does not mean we go out and short the market and when the market's going to sell off going to the end of the year. That's not the case. What I am saying is market internals are breaking down and now showing signs of momentum to the downside, which tells me even if we chop around here and stick to the lower end of the range, up 100, up 200, same thing with the other indicators, that's still much lower than where we were just back from September. So that tells me got to use a word of caution here, and I think that there's a deeper downside correction coming sometime in the beginning of 2014. Okay, let's take a look at the tick. Now, the tick, again, it did get back up above at the end of the day, but again, where is it? Sitting right just closely around the zero line. And again, lower lows, lower highs. You can see that.